Aha, here we go. So what does music mean to you? And how do the sounds of your everyday life compose the music around you? The Peak Frequency Creative Arts Collective asks many questions. Music plays a vital interactive role in our society. To quote one of our audience members, we embrace non-traditional forms that may be unfamiliar in a concert hall, but are familiar in our natural universe. The Peak Frequency logo is a graphic of a captured sound wave of me speaking into a microphone saying the words peak frequency. Capturing sound is not the only thing that we do, but for today, I'd like to show you how we offer music that reflects nature, our society, and each other. Often, our concerts respond to questions about how we attend to the noise and the clutter and the ruckus that surrounds us. Many of our concerts are not held in concert halls, and not just because we don't actually have one yet, but because we want our venues to act as an interface between the artists, the space, the environment, and you, our audience. And one of our most widely attended concert venues is the Heller Center for the Arts and Humanities. The Heller Center concerts are always packed. The house itself is intimate, and yet the vastness of a location offers views, gorgeous views of the Pikes Peak Range, the sky, and the rich colors of the landscape. And somehow sharing, learning, and listening happens at a deeper level in this environment. We collaborate across disciplines with our UCCS colleagues and invite world-class Colorado and international performers to interact with our students and audiences, bringing concepts, traditions, and alliances that might not ordinarily be explored. This past spring, we had composer-performer humanitarian Pauline Oliveros, who gave a deep listening workshop for the public there, each person quietly opening their ears to their inner voice as well as to the sounds of their neighbor and the natural world. Before that, one of her former students, the composer and sound artist, Philip Blackburn, came and worked with our visual and performing arts students to help install some wind harps. And we used cat food cans, recyclable materials, cat food cans and wire hangers and fishing wire. And our students maintain these wind harps still today, year-round, where you could go and listen to the very poignant and mysterious sounds that are like a soundtrack to the landscape. And we summon audiences to feel music with all of their senses. We consider the light and the smells and the textures to be players of the music. And we welcome all of these sounds. And when we're not at the Heller Center or the Gallery of Contemporary Art, we invite our composers here to campus. Pamela Matson is one such a composer whose compositions incorporate the sounds of the Grand Canyon, the Antarctic, and the intricacies of ocean life. And as composers and sound artists, we share our explorations and we bring them, our sonic explorations, to campus. But we also take our students out. Glenn Whitehead took the students to the Great National Sand Dunes, where they all slid down the sand dunes to capture the singing sands. Geography and music students explore and discuss together how listening, and their perceptions of their listening can influence their responses to it. I actually went to Japan, and a bamboo forest was wiretapped for my sound installation in the Izu Peninsula. And then earlier this year, Colin McAllister and his team lugged recording equipment up the Volcan Iztaccíhuatl over 17,000 feet. The sounds of this adventure were interwoven into a new composition that was for guitar and electronics that was written by Matthew Burtner, the founder of the Ecosono Institute, and it was premiered at Goka. And so what is it about sounds of the world that compel us to collect cat food cans and climb 17,000 feet and to go to the depths and the lengths and the distances of Alaska? Well, when I quietly hear the glaciers caving, I hear the moaning of a giant. How do sounds help us better understand our world and our inner lives? In what ways do the sounds of our environment teach us about relationships, about the harmonies and the rhythms and the tonalities of the world around us? When I listen to humpback whales, I hear the infinite sighing gush of life's currents enveloping me. Peak Frequency invites us all to engage and attune our listening. Thank you.